As someone who has struggled with consumerism, I'm here to tell you that living a more minimalist lifestyle has changed my life. On social media, it is so easy to get caught up with always feeling like you need to consume, whether that's supplements, products, skincare, clothing. But I recently did a huge declutter, and seriously, the amount of peace that this has brought me is truly amazing.
Here's part 3 of things I no longer buy after becoming a minimalist. First thing is purses, bags, wallets. I have this Teddy Blake bag and a Vera Bradley wallet. That is all I need. I don't need more. I don't need to start a collection. This is good enough. Next is a bit controversial, but home decor. I don't have, as you can see, anything on my walls. I also don't have just decor just sitting there for the purpose of nothing. This is this corner of my desk. This holds the rest of my makeup and perfume. This is just a lamp. Why do I need extra decor than this? They're trying to sell us things we don't need. Next is expensive coffees. I stopped doing this a while ago. It's just not, it's so expensive. Back in the day, it was $2 or $3 for a good latte. Not anymore. 8, 9, even $10 for all of the add-ons that you have. It's so crazy. Next is throw blankets. You don't need more throw blankets. You need one for the couch, maybe one for the bed, but just use your comforter. Next, this should be obvious, but any merch for a TikToker, influencer, YouTuber, Instagrammer, it's so a waste of money. It's actually insane. And they end up getting canceled anyway. So. I also do not buy Keurigs, Nespresso. No. Those pods inside of them are so expensive. They add up so fast. I know, don't be mad at me. You're going to be like, Lauren, you just told me don't go out and buy coffee. So I have to make it at home. My only option is a Keurig. No, it's not, babe. I got you. I make Turkish coffee. Go on Amazon, get a $60, $70 Turkish coffee machine, put a spoonful of Turkish coffee, a cup of water, a spoonful of sugar, let it brew, and you got some Turkish coffee, girl. But Lauren, I can't drink black coffee. It's disgusting. Girl, don't worry. I got you again. Instant coffee. A big cup of Nescafe instant coffee is $3. Put a scoop of that, put some water, put your creamer and your Torani syrups and your milk, and you can have a latte that tastes like Starbucks. I recently made a white chocolate peppermint mocha with my instant coffee. Literally better than Starbucks. Better than Starbucks, I'm not kidding. Another thing I don't do anymore is gifts for my boyfriend and I. I had a conversation with him recently and I was like, what if we just don't do Christmas or anniversary gifts this year? And he was like, okay. So what we decided on is on our anniversary, we're going to go out to the movies. And then for Christmas, he's just going to take me out to dinner. And that's you get an experience. You don't have to open a gift. You get the memory of doing that on that special day. I just think that's so much more special. And I feel like that's going to become our annual thing, you know? Not only does it save money, but it saves us both the hassle of trying to think of what the other person wants for Christmas. Next year, I will not be buying any lip masks, any lip oils, anything. I have one lip oil right now and one lip mask, and I do love them both, but I feel like they are just starting to take up more space, and I'm just going to stick to my regular schmagular chapstick. Next is planners, journals, calendars, anything like that. I feel like I am using my notes app more and more and more every day, and I do prefer having it on my phone. Again, I just feel like these things are just paper waste and they take up space. And I also have plenty of journals that I need to fill up anyway before I even think about getting a new one. That's about it for right now. Let me know if you want a part 4. I have plenty of things I need to share with you.
Okay, now that my makeup's on and I have a latte, let's have a little chat. So I have a very minimalistic luxury lifestyle. I've always been like this. My mom is like this. And I feel like a lot of people think I have a lot of things. I don't. I don't have a lot of clothes. I've never met anybody ever that's had less clothes than me. But the clothes that I do have are good quality, really good quality. Yes, I spend more money, but I have less items. You see what I'm saying? So I've just always been like this. Like, I remember my friends coming over and being like, you don't have a lot of clothes, but all the clothes that you do have are really cute, you know? And I don't have like those like known luxury bags. Like, I don't have Chanel, I don't have Dior, I don't have any of those like well-known like luxury bags. But the bags that I do have, most of them, I probably have like 5 or 6 bags. Most of them are really good quality bags. I'll never, ever get rid of those bags. I'll never get rid of the stuff that I know are good quality and I spent a good amount of money on them. I just won't. But this, like, I do buy some stuff from like Target once in a while or whatever, and I'm not against it. But I know in a year or less than a year, I'm going to donate them. I also just won't care about them as much. And like jewelry, that's another one. I don't have a lot of jewelry, but the pieces that I do have are really good quality. Like this necklace, this is like maybe my 3rd or 4th necklace that's actually really good quality. I'll never get rid of them. The trench coat I bought like 6-7 months ago, you'll see me wearing that when I'm 85 years old. Like, I will never get rid of that. This bag, I actually got this bag gifted to me. I will never, ever get rid of her. Ever. Bury me with her. She's so good, you know? But if this was from Target and it started to get dingy or wear and tear, bye, donate. See what I'm saying? It's overconsumption. This, even if after 5, 6, 7 years of me wearing the shit out of this bag, I'll never get rid of it. I'll never get rid of it. I don't know.
You don't need that new dress. You don't need that new workout set. You don't need that new t-shirt. What you do need is to declutter your life, minimalize your life, and to live simply.
4 things I don't own as someone who's minimal-ish and why I don't miss them. The first one is a coffee table. We keep food and drinks in our kitchen, so there's no need for something to sit them on. And I would much rather have the room for my kids to run and play in our home and have an extra piece of furniture that I have to maintain and clean. Also, surfaces tend to become a catch-all. Less surfaces means less room for clutter. Next is extra small appliances in my kitchen. When we upgraded our appliances, I made sure that my oven had a built-in air fryer. Things like our crock pot are stored away in a cabinet so they're not sitting out on the countertop. And our toaster is also small enough that it fits inside the drawer as well. Having extra things sitting out on the counters just makes more visual clutter. Most of the time you can live without them. Next is curtains and blinds. We live out on a farm with no neighbors, so there's really just no need. Blinds take time to clean them. Curtains have to be washed if you want a clean space. And since I like everything to be super clean, it was something I can leave out to save me some time. Last is extra sheets and bedding. I wash our sheets once a week. I can always get them washed in the same day and put back on. So there's no need to have any extras sitting around the house. The only time we buy new sheets or bedding is when our current ones are worn out and we need to replace them. And if they're in bad shape that they need to be replaced, that means it's time to get rid of them and throw them away. Don't leave extras sitting around and cluttering your space.
Becoming a minimalist is just the first step. How many times do we get the question where they're like, man, I've like minimized, I've downsized, I've organized, I got really good relationships in my life, but now what?
The other problem we have is thinking we need to fill the time now. I got rid of this, what should I replace it with? I got rid of this relationship, what should I replace it with? I got rid of this item, what should I replace it with? I got rid of this career, what should I replace it with? I got rid of this home, what should I replace it with? Well, maybe you don't need to replace it with anything. Maybe you can make peace and even feel peace because of that void, because of that open space that you've opened up in your own life. You can TikTok that, Danny Unknown.
I have a hot take. Underconsumption, more interesting. It's cooler. Let me show you. No, it's fun. Secondhand furniture like this and this and this and this. Cat is technically secondhand too. You know what's cool? Reusing pasta jars. Best water vessel there is. Oh, it's the best decor. Plants that you've been growing for years. And then you take cuttings from your friends and then you make big plants for free. You feel like a magician. Like, this plant is probably like $100 and I got it for free. I just grew it from a single leaf. Plants are the best decor. Underconsumption, cool. You know what has better decor than Target? Thrift shops, vintage shops. shops, Mother Earth. Thrifted, vintage, Mother Earth. Target cannot beat my $10 collection. Thrifted. Dried eucalyptus, a little flower in a jar. Got dried flowers, we got a bowl of shells. You know what's also cool? Creating things. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you catch me getting into my craft closet? Because I try to focus on creating instead of consuming all the time. Who made this stuff? Me. I crocheted this with my own hands. We have some little seashell magnets I made. You know what's also cool? Trying hobbies. Oh, what is that? Is that my surfboard? Because I have hobbies, because I wasn't afraid to be a beginner, and I got her off of Facebook Marketplace, focusing on being, not consuming. Who do you want to be instead of what do you want to have? Just a thought. Overconsumption? Not cool. It's bland. Everyone looks the same. Prove me wrong. Let's get this straight. I'm only asking you to stop consuming so much because I care about you. It's not making you happy, and it's also destroying the planet. So let's take a step back. Let's chill a little bit, consume less. Underconsumption. It's cooler. Thank you.
Let me convince you why living minimally is the best decision you'll ever make. Sometime last year, I decided to stop buying things I didn't need and only buy the things that I need. Like, I'd go through my closet every year and be like, wait, I never wore this shirt. Why did I buy it? Why do I have 4 of the same style of pants? And now I'm in a place where not only do I have only the amount of clothes that I need, like 1 black t-shirt, 1 pair of good jeans, but I also went super minimal with my apartment. I basically just packed up an entire studio apartment in like less than 24 hours. Let me show you. This is super random. This is like what I'm bringing to Europe. That's gonna be like a whole other vlog where I'm packing that bag. I still need a box for that, and those are like paintings and stuff in the back. Ignore this. These are things I'm like donating to friends. And then this is literally everything. Like I kid you not, guys. This is everything I own to my name. Is just like 4 boxes, 1 box for kitchen stuff, 1 box for home goods, and like pillows and bedding and stuff. Air mattress, like kind of the basic things like recycling bin. And then for clothes, it's seriously just this bag. This is actually just skiing stuff. So like skiing boots, ski helmets. In that one, it's like, what's it called? Like winter sweaters and winter clothes. And then the only other suitcase I have is like a small one for my summer clothes, which is in storage already. Also ignore the chaos in my closet. That's all getting donated to secondhand stores. So that's not gonna be there anymore. This lamp is gonna go. I literally would just have like 1 box and a box for all of my dishes that still have to be like wrapped up. This is literally it. And you guys, it's so incredibly refreshing to not spend multiple days packing up your thing. If you are struggling with letting go of things, like just realize at the end of the day, at the end of your life, it's literally just matter. It's just things. It's matter that doesn't matter, if that makes sense. If you look at a piece of clothing and you hold it up, ask yourself truly, like, does this bring you joy? If it doesn't, pass it along to someone who needs it more, because like times are tough right now. You might just be holding on to something for the sake of holding on to it, but someone out there might like really value that and would like wrap it up and make it into a Christmas gift right now. You know what I mean? I cannot believe I packed up an entire apartment in literally 1 day. Like I started yesterday morning and now it's like early afternoon the next day and I'm like ready to leave. It's so powerful what can happen when you mentally frame your life around like only having what you need and getting rid of literally everything else that does not bring you joy and does not have a specific function in your life. It is literally life-changing.
Don't you think we just overcomplicate life? I really do think living simply is the secret to happiness. So this is a reminder, you don't need anything else. You have everything that you need. And let's just focus on today to try to be a little bit more grateful for everything we have.
An underconsumption thought I've been having. You should always get the exact version of the thing that you want. Don't go for the dupe. I don't believe in dupes. Unless it's like skincare, in which case I'm like, I don't want to spend a lot of money on skincare. I just want my skin to look good. When it comes to like designer handbags, don't buy a dupe. When it comes to like the Skims top you want, like don't buy the dupe. Buy the real thing. You will always be so happy. I had a funny experience recently where I'd been kind of thinking that I wanted to go out to like fancy meals more. And my husband took me to this like really nice sushi place, not Nobu, a different place. It was in Tribeca. And we left and I was I thought that's what I wanted, but it actually wasn't that satisfying to me to go out to like a fancy restaurant. And of course, like I go out to eat all the time, if I'm being completely honest, because I live in New York and we eat out
a lot. Even just for like normal meals sometimes, like not even for like a special occasion, just because it's like, oh, I don't feel like cooking today, let's go out to eat. Anyway, my point here is invest in the things that you actually value. Secondly, this is something I've been learning with intuitive eating, but it's also something I harp on about a lot with underconsumption, and it's like, make sure that you're getting something from the place of like, I actually really want this thing, as opposed to, oh, this is just fulfilling an emotional need. And what I mean is, you know when you like overeat because you're like going through something emotionally? Don't eat in those instances. It's so hard, I know, but just don't do it. Similarly with fashion, or with like just buying stuff. If you're buying something for the wrong reason, and the right reason is, I authentically want this, I authentically need this, I'm at the grocery store and I make eggs for breakfast every morning and I don't have eggs at home and I want to make breakfast tomorrow, so I need eggs. Or more importantly, I really authentically love this sweater. I'm wearing an outfit of all stuff I bought secondhand recently, and I love it so much. I love this sweater, I love this schoolgirl skirt. I authentically really love this whatever piece of clothing. Then that's a reason to get it. Not, I'm feeling not good about myself, I did poorly in this instance and I need something to pick me up. That's not an instance in which you should buy something. I've been trying to line my eyes, like actually between the eyelashes. It's quite hard to do. But I have a feeling Carolyn Bessette Kennedy did this. And we all know how much I love Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. I just don't love wearing eyeliner because I feel like it always ends up on my, under my eyes. I have a feeling she did this because in a lot of photos, you see that her eye, like her waterline is really dark, but you don't really see eyeliner, so it's like very much hidden in there. And last but not least, this one's really important. It's go through your stuff that you have now and allow it to like do the Marie Kondo method. Declutter, only keep what sparks joy, and this will give you so much clarity about who you are and what you actually like, what your taste actually is. And once you have more clarity on who you are and what your taste is, and it might take some time, that is so useful, because then when you go out into the world and then engage with, you know, makeup or clothing or, you know, buying an apartment in New York City or boyfriends, you can know who you are and what you want. So let's see if this sleepy tie thing did anything for my hair. Yeah, that looks definitely more neat than it did. If you have any underconsumption questions, write them below so I can make videos about them.
6 months ago, I started the journey of becoming a minimalist, and it has been the most life-changing, eye-opening experience of my life. So I want to come on here and talk to you guys about it. I struggled so much with thinking that I was lazy because I battled so hard in my brain to like get up and do the dishes, do the laundry, to organize something, to do whatever. And I didn't realize until I got the clutter out that my brain was so preoccupied with the clutter. Clutter causes so much anxiety, so much stress, so much overstimulation that you're not even aware of, that doing the dishes, doing the laundry was so overwhelming because of how much we had, not because I was lazy. And this was such a huge eye-opener for me. As soon as we got the clutter out, I now have routine. We never have laundry. We never have dishes to do. Everything is always put away. Our house is spotless most of the time. I had to get all of that out, not only physically, but my brain needed like a mental decompress as well. The next thing is that I didn't realize how much clutter had to do with my childhood trauma. Now hold on, let me explain why. Because I grew up with absolutely nothing. I was actually a homeless youth teen, and before I became a homeless youth teen, I lived in women's shelters with my mom. I feel like when you're poor like that, you accept anything that is given to you. And so anytime someone would like offer me clothes or anytime someone would offer me anything, I always said yes, even if I didn't need it.
just because I felt like I would never get the opportunity to get it again, even though I was making a lot of money, even though I am years and years away from who I was and what happened to me back then. But as soon as I let go of the clutter and let go of the things I actually didn't need and the added stuff, I realized that I was safe and I'm okay and I'm no longer living that life anymore. It healed me in a way that I cannot even begin to explain, but I literally feel light and free and like the new version of myself now versus who I was trying to like hold on to and those habits I was holding on to for so long. There are just a couple things that I've noticed throughout my journey that has really changed my life. So if you guys want to hear more, let me know. I would love to make this a series because I truly feel like minimalism and decluttering is this unspoken thing that could help so many people's mental health, but instead we're just constantly promoted stuff, go buy stuff, buy this, you need more, right? Like if it's like, oh, my house is unorganized, oh, it's because you need more containers. No, you don't, you need less. Okay, last thing I'm going to say is that if you are surrounded by clutter, if you have so much clutter around you and you can relate to feeling like you hold on to everything because of trauma or you feel lazy because you can't get anything done, I want to tell you right now, decluttering is exactly what you need. And I am your person. Please follow me. I also have a free minimalism Facebook group that you can join. There's like over 2,000 of us that are all going through the same exact thing. The link is in my bio. I'm here to help you better your life by getting rid of the clutter. Minimalism, decluttering, all of that has literally changed my life, and I'm here to just share it and encourage others to do the same. So I hope you follow me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Do you ever feel cluttered when you have too much stuff, while feeling the pressure of life's daily struggles on your mind? This is why I choose to live minimally. It's about keeping and buying only what's necessary. Simplifying your life so that you can focus on more meaningful things. Less stress, better physical and mental health, and saving money are just some of the benefits that come with living this way. Follow me for more tips on minimal living.
You don't need to DoorDash. You don't need a purse bowl. You don't need to go out and get your nails done or your eyelashes done. That's not the way people started to live until like 10 years ago. You don't need a bigger TV or a bigger phone. You don't need that TikTok shop one charger with 7 different charger cords to make your life more convenient. It's making your life less convenient when you just keep accumulating so much tech that you can't even throw away. You don't need more scrunchies, hair bows, claw clips, flower clips. You don't need a new TV stand, a new dresser. You don't need any more new furniture. What are you going to do with the old furniture? Your kids don't need more junk every time you go to the store with them and they just pick one under $5 item. You need to read them a book and have quality time with them, because you buying Dollar Tree crap that fills up your house is not making their mental health or your mental health any better. They're excited for like 3 minutes and then they break it or something and they start crying. Sorry, I went off a little bit. You don't need anything with polka dots on it or anything in butter yellow. You guys make me mad. You don't need more bikinis. You have like 7. You need one basic and then one as an extra if the other one is wet on vacation. You need 2. That's it. You don't need more high heels or dresses for summer for the weddings or the graduation parties or the whatever that you're going to this summer. You have like 10 dresses in your closet right now. You can use one of those. Oh, but people saw me wear this before. Who cares? Who cares? You guys are hanging around the wrong people.
If you notice, it's the people with the most disposable income, the wealthier people, that are the most minimalist. It's because they don't have a lot of things, but the things that they do, they really want to treat well. So if they spend a lot of money on an office desk, they're not going to want to clutter it with magazines and books and dust all over it. They're going to want it to stand out. You enter the room, oh, look at that nice desk. If they spend hundreds of dollars on a blazer or a jacket, they're going to want it to hang it on its own in the closet, not be crammed into a corner. So I think for people who are starting to save and want to build their wealth, you should adopt that similar mindset of like, I don't have that much stuff, but the stuff that I have I really like and I treat it well. That also stops you from hoarding. It stops you from mindlessly shopping. Because think about it, if you have your closet with your little capsule wardrobe, are you going to want to buy a bunch of trendy little t-shirts and mess it up? No, you're going to be very aware of how you're shopping and how you're spending, because you do not want to bring in more stuff. So even though wealthier people can clearly afford to hoard and buy a bunch of stuff, they choose not to, which I think is a lot more powerful because you feel that sense of control, right? If you don't have a lot of money, obviously you're like, well, I didn't choose not to buy, I just can't afford to buy. But I think it would serve you to adopt that mindset to say, no, I don't want a house of clutter, and I'm gonna like what I have. So let's say your closet right now is stuffed with clothes you just don't like. You're one of those girls that has so much clothes but like nothing to wear. Picture it was now only really nice things but not many, and you could see them as soon as you open your closet. You had maybe 3 designer jeans, 1 knee-high boots that you really love, a pair of heels that are top quality, a nice leather jacket, a few button downs, some chunky knits. I'm saying n'importe quoi, like whatever you think is super stylish, but like 10 to 15 quality pieces that you mix and match. How much happier would you be going to that closet versus now, let's say you're like throwing rags over, like looking for that t-shirt. Oh, your favorite jeans are there. You haven't washed them in a while. They're all crinkled, and it just gives you the ick. Like you're not excited by your wardrobe. And dollar for dollar, they could be equal. As in, like you spent probably more on the tons of clothes versus the minimal closet that you would really like. And I feel like that's how wealthy people think a lot of the time. Yes, you'll find the Kardashian closets of like rows and rows of endless whatever clothing. There's rich people like that too, but I'm talking about those minimalist wealthy people, right? So if you have a kind of a shopping addiction problem and you know you're mindlessly adding to your cart just for the thrill of buying, I think you would benefit from adopting this principle.
You don't need that new dress. You don't need that new pair of sandals. You don't need those new sunglasses to be fashionable. What you do need is to organize your current clothing, go through it all, and items that you definitely want to get rid of, sell them on Facebook Marketplace, and then take that money and get yourself a high quality staple that will be in your closet forever.